bitch. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I am
Is
playing
it
the
low?
part.
Is it low?
None of your
Fucking
fucking business! God damn.
How very dark and pendulous.
So, okay. Remind me when you're starting to eat your chicken nuggets.
I mean, you'll see me. Like, I'm gonna, like, it's.
He's gonna douche him right in front of you.
Oh my god. It takes 10 minutes to cook.
Okay. So,
Fuck.
Just
Becky,
be sure to turn off your oven.
Becky's charged ahead. What is everybody else doing?
Oh.
As you're running
What?
through, you notice...
Can I go?
Actually, can you give me a perception check, Becky? Yeah,
God.
you're really focused on your
Douche chicken nuggets.
on holding your chicken nuggets.
No, douched chicken nuggets.
But when
Douching them in ranch, bitch.
if Dieter and Splunk can get to about here, I want you to give me a perception check.
I want to go to right here.
Please.
You're only gonna move to there.
I don't know what the fuck is around the corner. I just don't know what the fuck is around the corner, and I don't want someone to, like, douche me like he's gonna do to his fucking chicken nuggets.
Look at this cat. Isn't she adorable?
Fine. I'll go right here. Nice pussy.
She's getting mad at me.
Yeah, let her go.
No. I love you.
You have to let the pussy go, Jacob.
Just grab her by the pussy. It'll be fine.
I'm not judging.
You're
I
totally
would
judging.
be.
It's fine.
My god, I have a fucking laser pointer.
Like Toad? Does she still like it?
Yeah, she loves it. Flips the fuck out. Look.
Put it on the door.
By the way, everyone feel free to describe your character and kind of let everyone understand, like...
Becky has the perkiest tits. And...
First piece of description that Becky needs you to know.
I have amazing tits. And I love shoes.
Absolutely love them.
Oh god, they're so amazing. Becky has blonde hair.
Oh yeah, you're a tiefling. That's one thing that you'll notice. We got a tiefling, an elf, and a dwarf.
I'm horns because I'm horny? I don't know. Try and get after
I don't know. So, yep, Dieter's gonna see. Can Splunk give me a perception check? You both see.
I totally see things.
So,
I don't even know what they are.
right about here, you see a what was a tomb to one of the dwarven heroes has now been mostly picked clean. You can tell that actually, yeah, even with your perception, you would be able to see that whatever body was in that tomb has been removed.
Gross. Super gross.
Super gross.
And everyone give me a percentile roll.
Like, what the fuck is that? Where is it? Oh,
One.
Oh. Hold on.
So angry to... Oh.
What? What? Did I win?
Oh my gosh. Just look at the screen and do the fucking math.
God.
You were the one who wanted to do this voice, so you might as well just put like all your heart and soul into it because it matters, you know?
You think she was gonna stop? No. No.
Like, bitch, this is my voice. Like, I don't know what you know, but this is my voice.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
I imagine this is exactly why Dieter didn't want to necessarily be here.
Who's Dieter?
Of course. It
I
makes...
am Peter.
Oh. Luciano.
Nice to make your acquaintance. I am Peter, and I worship Hilda, the goddess of life, the struggle of the working class, on back wheels. I dress in black to represent the oppression of the human.
What's a working class?
With black hair and violent spectacles to better serve the crimes against elvish kind.
Holy shit. That
God,
sounds cool.
sounds way cool.
Thank you.
What's the working class?
It's like
Working-
we're all
working
those
class
cheaters
of
that
common
have a
people
job.
who struggle and strive under the whips of the oppressive government.
Why would
Now,
they?
normally I have no objection to this, but in this case it's not a good thing.
Becky, they're just not as pretty as us, and they just don't understand like the struggles we go through, and they
Oh my
make up their
god,
own
I
struggles.
know. They fucking making up their own struggles.
How dare they?
Are very common amongst the bourgeoisie.
I love
we
that...
come here to make a pity party. We have things to do.
Oh my
places to
god.
Explore and people to see.
So,
Two.
so we have 3 aristocratic heroes of...
What's an aristocrat?
Sorry, 3 rich heroes. My mistake. Well,
Thanks.
2
Don't
aristocrats.
call me something I don't know what it is, alright? God, that could just be like an insult or something.
Really laying it on thick.
Wide range of things, darling.
What'd
Well,
you
the
say?
way you're talking, I just really like get that up too, you know? Someone's having an orgasm.
All I can imagine is like Becky going, "Shit, I really did need to poke the bear. Why'd I poke the bear?" Just like, fuck.
This is like the only voice I 100% know that I do.
All right. Well, I want Becky to give me a perception check. And how much is how much is Splunk grating on your nerves? Like how much are you just listening to Splunk and just going, oh my god, 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 oh my god?
I
Bitch,
don't.
if you do something,
Please. Can't even right now.
Then
but
I
you
want
odd, like,
I want-
you can't even
It's
make
an
you
odd, so fucking odd, okay?
yeah I want you to give me that disadvantage. So roll one more time.
No, I wasn't listening to him. I'm only up here, I can't fucking hear what he's saying.
I'm
okay?
sorry. I'm not a man.
My god! My turn!
Disadvantage.
Fuck!
It's so you hear quite a few feet scuffling on the other side of that door.
Oh my god, there are totally people over here, guys.
So
Guys!
I will say you've definitely used your move action.
Yeah, I'm right here, sorry.
But you could open the door if you would like.
I'm going to open the door. Is it unlocked?
So yeah, you do notice that it's a large stone door. What's your strength again?
1.
So it's a 12. So you're actually you notice that it's heavier than most doors, you know, in the count that it's made of solid stone, but you are able to kind of heft it and move it out of the way.
Oh my god, this is the most work I've done all week. This is so stupid.
And then on the other side of that door,
And Sesame. Oh shit.
you
Whoa.
see quite a few.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be in here yet, am I?
Not quite yet.
Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you already used your movement. So you were at wherever you were when you opened the door.
Right here.
So you see quite a few undead moving around. They move fairly quickly with a decent amount of coordination, and as soon as you open the door, they turn around and kind of like look. The one that you can see you, and the two that are right in front of you are whipped around and looking at you.
Okay. Can I bullet jump Warframe style attack him?
Your movement's out
Why is my movement out?
because your movement was getting to the door, and then I was gonna say it was maybe a bonus action to open the door, so you still have your action.
Okay. I'll just hold an action with my dagger and short sword out.
All right, just kind of ready to stab the first thing that comes near you.
Yep. Hold action.
Okay. So then it's gonna be their turn. Wait, actually, do I need to drop these down, or are they on the right layer?
They're on the wrong layer. There they are.
Aha. That makes sense now. Give me an intelligence check again. Yeah, so you know that the amount of footsteps you heard do not match the amount of people you're seeing right now.
Guys, there's way more than just those two people there. Be careful.
So
Way more.
this one's gonna run up because why not? You hear a bunch of scuttling. If Dieter and Spelunk want to give me a perception check, I can tell you what you're. I mean, obviously you see the one right here, Dieter, and you can kind of hear some coming in, but you can't really make out how many. So depends on how much you trust Becky and her counting abilities.
Not so much.
Yeah, that's fair. And then she will get her reaction if she chooses.
So what kind of undead are we looking at here? I'm guessing cleric that I would probably have a better chance of recognizing it.
Give me a quick religion roll.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
You don't know, but you know 100% they're not zombies. The way I'm running this, by the way, is a natural 1, natural 20, or do not mean automatic success and fail on skill checks.
Oh, okay.
That is not rules as written. That is a homebrew thing. So you very much know that they're not zombies, but you can't at this moment know what they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move the lamp again because I'm not reading anything in a book. It is too damn bright. Better.
Nice. Okay. The other thing I will say is that since you rolled a natural 1 at the beginning of your next turn, as a free action, you may take another religion check.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, because I will say a natural 1 is kind of a momentary lapse, maybe. So.
Okay.
Alright. So as soon as the chicken nuggets come back.
Tasty.
It's like, yeah.
And hopefully next time, by the way, I can get possibly Connor and Angelo in this, maybe even Katie.
You
Oh, wow.
like the shit out
Dude's chicken
Whoa.
nugget.
Bro,
Bro,
you weren't kidding about the douchey of that.
I'm a professional doucher.
So, you get your attacks, by the way, because one of those ghouls jumped right into your face.
Also, they're ghouls.
Oh, that's right. Out of character, you know that. Yes. And if you feel that Dieter needs to know, you may roll another religion. All right. So the short sword hit. The dagger did not.
Right,
10 damage.
from the short sword.
So your short sword, as he's running up, you just kind of, like right in the shoulder. Get him, good. I'd say, I don't know how long is your short sword? If it's between 18 inches and 2 feet.
That's 2 feet.
2 feet. So yeah, it sinks a good 8 inches into his shoulder as he's coming up. And then he is going to try and make a claw attack on you, though.
Shit.
He should not have advantage on that.
My AC is 17. Constitution saving throw.
Yes, it's a 10. Oh, you're fine.
Fuck yeah.
So, you're not paralyzed. You feel as the claws kind of rake across. They managed to find a loose patch right in your armor, because I'm assuming you're wearing leather right now. I think. It just manages to find a weak point, and you can feel the claws kind of sink in. You feel this just infection kind of starts pulsing throughout your vein, and you feel the muscles seize up, and you just kind of shake a little bit, and you get control back. You do, though, end up taking 6 slashing as it kind of rends underneath your armor.
Okay. Fuck.
And then that, I think we're also going to run in, and it is now going to be Dieter's turn.
Sacred Flame.
Alright,
Here.
15 deck save.
Theater's the German.
The German.
Did not make, so he takes 10, so he is just immediately kind of just evaporate. How did you want to describe his death?
Basically just a crumbled dust kind of thing. Coming up there with radiant damage.
Yeah.
Kind of like on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Just
Yeah, so you just kind of see the light shine just from some random location, just evaporates the ghoul, and he just kind of screams and vanishes. In fact, let's just delete him. So
Like a typical, stereotypical movie scream, or
yeah, it's the Wilhelm scream.
It's a Wilhelm scream, darling.
That ghoul was actually Wilhelm. So
wait, that's what it's called.
Wilhelm, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
because the guy who screamed was Wilhelm.
So it's just a recording that they put into every single movie as a tribute, or what?
Yep.
No.
So
yeah,
sound
pretty much.
sound editors all basically go to the same school. They all basically learn the same thing. So they use that as kind of a
Gotcha.
It's an Easter egg for sound geeks.
Kind of like Disney with the A114.
right.
A113, sorry.
Pixar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I hear it all the time.
So it's in I think it's in Star Wars. It's really awesome when they get like super creative with it.
Yeah.
So all right. So and then now you have your movement if you would like.
Is there enough room in this doorway for me to do a move through against Becky and just to get in there?
That depends on if Becky wants to get out of the way and let you in first.
Fine.
Pardon me.
Don't fucking touch me, ew.
I'm gonna go next to Becky because I'm bored.
Oh, hold on. I need to adjust because you have dark vision up to 60 feet, right?
I believe so.
I have up to 60 feet too.
Then let's go. Boom.
I need to confirm.
Oh god, they use chicken nuggets to figure out freaking.
Can you see?
I can see quite a bit now.
Okay, cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, dark vision 60.
So, also as you enter this room, you notice that it's initially difficult to see what purpose the room must have had. Like you came in the entrance to the keep. It was a side entrance that you could find and walk down the hallway. Found the tomb, came up to this room, and again, it's just a large hall, no windows at all. Already feels subterranean, but it just looks decrepit and just covered in dust, like beyond the point that it looks rotten. It looks ancient.
No, how very decadent.
You do see, traditional dwarven carvings on the walls, just kind of depicting general heroic images of just various people. As that was like the quick thing you glanced and you're like, oh shit, tons of these things.
Okay.
So it is now Splunk's turn.
Yay! Becky needs to move.
Fine.
Fucking bitch. Holy fuck.
Actually, before you get through the door, can Becky give me a will save?
A what?
A will save.
A will save? Where is that?
Oh, sorry, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Sorry, will. It's like, okay, you're fine. That was to see if whether or not you were gonna let Splunk through just out of spite.
No, I wasn't gonna let her through. I changed my mind.
No.
Okay, then acrobatics or athletics for both of you.
You're not going fucking anywhere.
So yeah, you are
Right here.
Damn it.
right here. Becky is not letting you through. So your move action just stops right there. You have an action and a bonus action.
Can I get through the bitch again?
You can use one of those to kind of do another grapple to see if you can go through.
The acrobatic.
That'd be acrobatics or athletics.
For both of us?
I'm gonna go in acrobatic.
You're not going anywhere. Nowhere.
Bonus.
What?
I have a bonus, right?
That's including your bonus.
God!
So as you try and move past,
Bitch, she's gonna die anyway. So
Becky,
she's gonna fucking douche herself with their fucking nuggets.
she just perfectly matches your movements and just like
She
blocks.
copies my movements before I do it. You need to fucking say that right because that bitch doesn't deserve any fucking credit.
Mad, bro?
So I'm gonna count that as your bonus action. If you have any ranged weapons, you could make a ranged attack at anybody you could see.
No, they don't fucking deserve my help because Becky's just gonna fucking die. So she's just gonna fucking cunt.
Not like you could fucking do anything anyhow.
Oh my god.
If anyone gets injured during all of this, who do you think is going to be the one who tries to clear you? Get in here now. Now.
I can't. This fucking titty waffle bitch is in front of me.
Just because you have saggy tits doesn't mean you need to take it out on
Uh,
me.
We're going Dark Valley Girl now.
I should have said it in silence.
In a fucking month.
Can I swap out one of my spells?
Sure.
Sweet.
Oh no. Are you doing what I think you're doing?
That's
Possibly.
weird. I don't know D&D. Oh wait, I wrote character.
It's my turn.
Oh no. Hold on.
You don't
Cares,
care,
Becky.
Becky.
No one
Yes.
cares about you.
So you have your 30 feet and your action.
I think someone's been watching them. It's breaking the fourth wall. How tasty.
Critical sneak attack. Kidney stab.
No, it's not a critical because they've moved this turn. They've moved before you got there. So, you could you can't get a how about this? Roll a stealth.
Meow. Meow.
Yes.
So yeah, you are able to. Here you go. Hey, turn around.
You turn around.
I did.
They were
One
distracted.
more.
They were looking at
So yeah,
what's his name? It's not on the thing.
actually, let me do his. Yeah. So you were able to slip by this guy, so you get the sneak attack. So roll to attack first to see if you hit him.
With the sneak attack.
No, with whatever weapon you're attacking with. The sneak attack is the damage that you add if you get the sneak attack. So yeah, that'll hit. So roll damage. Now roll the sneak attack.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. So
Why did that stupid
Bitch, don't even start with me right now. I just
Actually,
fucking
can I
killed
change-
this guy.
Can I change my voice to like Mexican Chola Valley Roll?
sure.
Because I could totally throw some Espanol in this bitch's face.
You could say that this is like the persona that they taught you, and that you're like slipping back to like your actual persona, like the one that got triggered in that self-defense class, the one that like you adopted as like your true monk.
I
Cause
was gonna sit in with like the monkship there because they were all stupid and I'm not about that life, you know? I just wanted Slunk the Monk for my stage name, and then them bitches just had to kick me out like I was some kind of prostitute or something, and no one paid me for sex. I like sex.
so, through all of this bickering, Becky runs up and just. You still get your. Are you just attacking with the dagger, like full force, or are you like doing the 2 attack?
Oh yeah, I can do the 2 attacks if I could.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know that like how that worked. Okay.
You would still hit regardless of whether or not you add your proficiency to that. So yeah. So the sword did not hit.
Damn it.
So you swung wide with your short sword, trying to hit him as part of the bickering, but your dagger comes in and just finds the perfect spot, and you see like the chest cavity of the undead just collapse, and he just kind of like stumbles backward. Your hand is now somewhere more down in his midsection with like his rib cage opened up.
Okay. Boop.
Yes, you can use your bonus action to disengage. That is something that, as a rogue, you
Okay.
can do.
Okay, I disengage.
Yeah. So you just kind of stab, and then as he's distracted and kind of recoiling back, you pull the blade out and jump backwards 5 feet. Give yourself some distance as he's just kind of like, oh my, what?
Good, and yeah, I'm done.
Alright, so is their turn. I'm going to have him roll a... I'm going to say he's fine, but he's only going to...
Oh shit.
He's just going to stumble towards you. He's not looking well enough to actually attack, but he's going to try.
Since he came close to me, can I attack him?
Since you already did your attack, I'm going to say no, but you can, I don't know, gotta get ready to move. Unless you have, you can say you're about to get ready to dodge
Yeah.
if he decides to attack you.
Okay, I'll do that.
This guy is gonna obviously run up and try and hit Dieter.
Theater, watch out!
Gonna go for a claw. Any even close to hitting you?
Not even.
Yeah. So he runs up and just kind of does a wide swing, trying to hit you with his claw, and you just kind of move out of the way without really trying. Then his friend's gonna come up and try and do the same thing, though. Yeah, and again, same thing. Just kind of run up. Let me look real quick to see if there's any.
As the Americans say, you can't touch this, darling.
Again, why not, add to the dog pile? It's always a good thing. Again, it's just, they're kind of getting almost frightened of you now with how you're just kind of like, no, stop. Why? And then these
Stop it,
guys.
darling. You'll have to buy me dinner first.
Yeah. These guys are just gonna kind of run up and start dogpiling and filtering around, seeing if they can get a hit. This one's actually gonna see if he can swipe at Becky.
Oh my god, no.
No. And you're already ready to be dodging anyway, so you just kind of duck out of the way. And it is now Dieter's turn to respond.
Oh, let's see. What am I going to do? Well, I think just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and just go with a mace attack.
Alright.
And I'll be hitting this one.
Yes. Alright, so you hit.
Okay. 6 damage.
Good hit.
Since we're 7th level now, do clerics get more than one attack per round?
I don't think so. Let me double check. Yeah, I think that's the difference between a cleric and a paladin. I think you do if you have the war domain
No.
or something. No. No, it looks like you only get the one attack.
Okay.
Wait, what am I again? A rogue tiefling?
Yes.
Now, if I were to try to move through, I would still be. Would I be taking? If I tried to move through to here,
Mm-hmm.
would I be taking attacks of opportunity from these two guys?
Yes, but
Technically, I'm still in the threat range of one of my attackers. So.
you're in the threat range of this one, but you would be leaving these guys, and that would be a
Okay.
dexterity throw to try and move past him.
Okay. Well, I think instead I'm going to move up here.
Okay. And that's perfectly fine. So just kind of like repositioning, trying to get a not as surrounded. Yeah. And is that it?
Well, that's pretty much all I can do at this point. I don't have any extra attacks or anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think you definitely have bonus action spells, but you may not want to use them yet.
I'm not sure if I picked any bonus action spells. Give me a second. Let me take a look at the.
That's fine.
Oof. That's a one action. That's a one action. Oh, I do have a bonus action spell.
Oh.
I am going to pop up Shield of Faith.
Alright, so that puts you up, what, 21?
Yep.
Damn. Yeah, you could almost just be like, I'm gonna go over here now. Swipe, yeah, bye. So, how does your Shield of Faith wrap around Like, what does that visually look like?
Shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range. It's just going to be kind of a swirling light
Okay.
around me, which I think might assist in an intimidation check to get these little bastards back the hell off.
Yeah, I'll say that you can do an intimidation real quick. Go for it. That'd be a wisdom. Try and resist that. Yeah.
Well, it's charisma based.
Oh, charisma. Oh, you are correct. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, they did even worse on that. So yeah, they are definitely kind of like, oh no, as you just kind of like shimmer with light.
Any of them are any of them backing away?
Since it's not their turn, no, but they're definitely not going to come after you next turn. You get that feeling, like they're not that kind of like deep hunger that was in their face has been replaced with a bit moment of like hesitation.
Did you take the damage off of this guy?
I thought I did.
I mean, his card's still showing his full.
So that is.
6 points.
I'm bad at math. Why am I bad at math? There you go.
Awesome.
So yeah, and then as your mace kind of came in his head, you saw his head just kind of like flex and cave, and it didn't remove it, but the jaw is definitely snapped in, and he's having trouble kind of opening it now.
Danke, Herr Liebchen.
So now it is Splunk.
Yeah.
So you see the that creature is undead, humanoid, rotted flesh kind of caving in. You can see a little bit of the rib cage from the back, but even with that, it's still kind of moving and very spry, even after being hit in the head with a mace.
Gross. So I'm gonna try to bitch slap him.
All right. So as a monk, you have the. What are you doing? Because you got a lot of different options.
I want to unarmed strike.
Okay. So as level 6, you get a minimum of 2 of those.
Okay.
Then you can use your bonus action to do a third, or you can spend a key point to do 2 on your bonus action. Because monks are bullshit.
4 attacks.
Yeah, just cause.
'Kay.
All the time.
So I want to do this one.
Alternatively, you could use your
Wait,
club once and then get the bonus action attacks.
can she do 4 different attacks on 4 different people?
If they're around, yeah. But
So,
so
if
the
I
way
do most of the, hold on, out of character for
Mhm.
a second. Like if I did most of the damage each one of my turns, and like we already have 2 of them that are almost dead, she could come in and quickly sweep it up and like do the rest of the damage for us potentially. Okay. Okay. I'm
yeah,
good.
no, the monk can potentially just come in and finish everyone off real quick. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this bitch, this one, it's gonna do that. Do I just touch it?
So
do I
you
just
gotta-
touch the thing?
So you gotta move a little bit closer.
No.
Um,
Gross.
You have to be close enough to punch him.
Disgusting. Also known as Wakala. What the Mexican told me.
You should go for that voice while you're attacking
Wet.
the chola.
This is my chola, bitch. Bro, you just gotta sprinkle that Espanol in there every once in a while, like a chimichanga with queso.
Oh, okay. This makes more sense. All right. So yeah, your unarmed strike, you just click it.
Oh.
So I want you to roll a D100 for me. Ow. So what I'm going to rule this is you aren't going to get your second attack in your action. You can still use your bonus attack to attack, but your first hit, you just swung so wide just trying to not hit him that you felt your arm kind of like strain a little bit. And you have to take your second attack just to kind of work it out, but you have your bonus action to attack another time if you would like.
But like I don't like him again. Should get him on my wedding.
We'll say you used your... So... we'll say this time that you... Yeah, we'll allow it this time.
Yes! I knew I could do it.
So, instead, you just kind of bring your club around this studded trunk of a mace and just over the hand smash him. So, yeah, roll damage. You click on the name of it. And, yep. Alright, so yeah. You get a nice hefty hit from kind of the hip up, and you just see him kind of shift in place, and as you bring the weapon back, he just kind of like falls down, not necessarily leaving that same area, but definitely shifting to one side of it.
Can I like backflip off his back and then spring hand off with one hand and then just go away from him more?
You have movement left, however, you don't have your bonus action, so you can't disengage, so he'll get an attack against you. It's up to you. Your armor class is pretty high. You're pretty good at dodging. If you want to. Do you want to move back? Okay, so that'll.
No, I wanna go right here.
Oh, you want to go past him?
Yeah, I want to get the fuck away from this gross ass set.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be plenty fine to get over him, but he's definitely gonna get an attack against you. So move. You moved how many? 1, 2. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's about where you can go. You're gonna move past this guy as well. If you go to here, you won't get attacked.
Ha.
Well, you'll only get attacked once. So yeah, he's gonna no. He was not feeling good from you smashing his torso. So he was not able to whip around and get you in time. And
Because he's the best.
actually, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't fall. He manages to stay afoot. He's a, for whatever reason, he's far more nimble than an undead should be.
Out of character, there's a tornado in Canton.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty close.
That would explain why my screen keeps flickering. And we are back to Becky.
Oh
Becky
my!
with the
God.
big ass.
Let's stab him!
Bitch, can't even do anything.
So which one are you stabbing?
Just die already, you know?
This one.
The one in front of you? The one that looks a bit more healthy?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
God.
So that again, you stab and you hit just square in the chest, good meaty hit. And then you're offhanding. Same guy or different guy?
Same guy.
Okay. That'll hit as well. Alright. And then your dagger comes in and you kind of hit the same spot and rest the short sword out and kind of knock him off. Doing another big, nice hit, kind of opening that one spot again a little bit more. Disengage and move through. Okay. Give me an acrobatics check. Plenty. So you just kind of flip up over him, and they would want to swipe, but by the time they're looking where you are, you're already tumbled and looking back at him.
Dope. I'm done.
Alright. That'll be their turn. So, they're not a fan of Dina right now, because they're a little bit terrified of him. So, this guy's gonna run. Saw Becky down there. This guy's gonna try and get to Splunk. This one's gonna run after Becky as well. These guys are gonna attempt to move. This guy's just gonna kind of run around here, and then he's gonna go there. He wants to move away from you.
That gets me an attack, right?
Yep.
I get an attack.
No, Dieter does.
Oh.
He's moving out of my threat range, so I get to pop him. That has to be done with a weapon, right? I can't use one of my spells?
I believe so, unless it had a casting time of 1 reaction. Like counterspell.
Yeah, all my stuff is 1 action or bonus action.
I mean, that is
Okay.
enough to hit him, so you're on top of it.
8.
That's another good hit. Are you aiming where any particular, or are you just kind of...
I'm aiming for the head.
Alright, so you're able to get kind of like right underneath the neck, and you see it kind of like snap, and were it not an undead creature, it would have, just immediately died. But you just kind of see his head snap, and he's still manages to kind of move away.
That is what you get for walking away when I am talking to you.
This guy's going to run down to here. And then this guy, seeing his friend get hit, is he smart enough to... No, he is also going to try and move away, run down this way. So you get... Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you kind
I
of...
didn't think I was going to do it.
You hit, and then as you move around, he's kind of like ducking behind where his friend was. And he's going to, again, try and run down here. Try and cut Becky off. So, we're going to do the 3 attacks against Splunk. No. Ooh. So, this guy, make sure he doesn't fall. He's fine. So, again, he kind of like just lunges at you as hard as he can and just misses your head. He's far more trained against, taller humanoids, and just overextends and almost trips. And then one more time.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so damage. So he gets 6 damage as he finally one of them manages to find you as you've been, kind of ducking and moving, not wearing any armor, just kind of moving around, and one of them manages to find you in the back. Give
I can
me
fix that, don't worry, darling.
give me
Like me?
give me a Constitution saving throw.
You're talking to me, right?
No, Splunk.
Okay.
I'm doing the 3 against Splunk first.
Okay.
Alright, so you just barely... So you feel the claws, rake against your back, and you feel that burning of infection start, but then it quickly subsides once the claws are gone, and your body is used to dealing with it. You're fine. But it definitely hurt, so you took the 6 damage. And then the 3 against Becky. One of them's gonna try and...
No!
Oh.
Ooh. And then Constitution again.
Come on, how many is that? 24.
Stop.
Okay.
So you're just trying to get above a 10. You're fine. So again, you feel that same burning sensation as the claws from the last one, as they sink in. This one kind of pierces more your side, and you feel that same burning, but it quickly subsides, and all that tension in the side that was like trying to lock up goes away.
My God.
That fucking sucks. But I told you
Fucking
to have like that
so
empathy stuff. So
This guy's gonna go in for a bite because he's a little bit mad that you hurt him. Fortunately, doesn't make it. And then the last guy's gonna go for another claw. I don't think 16 beats your armor class, right?
Nope.
Alright. So again, you see one of the guys tries to like lunge in and bite you, but you're kind of like still recoiling from the one stab, like hitting your side. And so he misses, and the other guy swings a little, just barely whiffing. You can actually like just feel the claws skim the side of your face.
Okay.
And now we are back to Dieter.
Let's see here. Who shall I destroy under my boot here? So many to choose from.
you should get the one that most like has the biggest claws.
Do I have anything that's going to area effect without using one of my domains?
Are domain spells on a separate spell list?
Well, I mean, without using one of my channel divinities. I'm sorry, I misspoke myself.
That's I understand.
That would be interesting, but I'm not sure if I want to pop. That's so quickly.
By the way, I am doing the one house rule I am doing right now is the more outlandish and more descriptive you get when attacking, the more modifiers or stuff I'm willing to put on there. This is one of those I'm
Oh.
just trying to make this as awesome as we can make it.
You just fucking wait, buddy. I've got something for you.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm just like fucking random characters. Let's see what happens. Dwarf monk, yes. Fucking
That
dragonborn.
being the case, right here. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do.
Like, one of the reasons why I got the monster manual is so I can be like, fuck it, black dragon, let's go. I have the stats. I know how to do it. Okay.
You see standing before you all a very large woman. Kinda stocky, you know, wearing a Bavarian beer garden kind of outfit right there, and she's got this huge maul in her hands.
Giant, like, two-handed mace thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, essentially, the mace that you have, Splunk, but instead of studded, it's all metal on one end and huge and spiked.
Okay.
Guardian of Faith. Any enemy within 10 foot of it gets blasted.
Within 10 feet? Alright, so, give me 1 second, see if I can't add a, So it's just like a being of light?
Yep, radiant damage.
Alright.
A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration of the unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. Guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming, well, they're saying sword and shield. I'm saying a big friggin' titanic maul. This is a representation of Hilda, my goddess.
I'm trying to see if I can make some kind of token, because then I can give it a... I wonder if I can select this. And nope. Damn. I want to make it cool. Hold on. I have production values that no one expects that I have to live up to. go for it looks cool over accuracy.
Fair enough.
Come on.
Style over substance.
Why can't I select the circle?
You want me to get rid of it?
That's fine. We'll just say
Okay.
that's where you originally summoned it. If it ever comes into effect. And then we're going to... Yeah, within 30 feet?
Any enemy, anything that would be hostile to me within 10 foot radius.
Mm-hmm. Of you or of it?
It.
Boom. So everyone, all of them. Oh, good.
Yes.
Alright, let's see how good they are. We're just gonna
TPK
go...
for the ghouls.
We're gonna go... left.
DC 15.
Yep. We're gonna go left, and then clockwise.
Okay, no.
No. Nope. Almost.
Nope.
He
Nope.
almost wanted to. Nope.
Nope.
Hey!
One got it.
one guy was like, holy shit! But the rest of them just... Oh, so... Let's see. He... Gone. Gone.
And they take half on a successful save.
And then this guy is... So, the one guy in front manages to absorb most of it, but that initial shock blew most of the meteor chunks off of him, and he's just standing there mostly a skeleton now instead of a ghoul. And then the one behind him kind of managed to stay behind and use his body as cover to absorb most of that blast. So you have one who looks like he's almost dead, basically re-dead, and you have one guy who's just kind of like, That was awesome.
And then I'm going to move over here.
Alright. So,
Because that is how I roll.
to here you see, obviously, the door to the south on the other side, and you see, kind of up to the north.
To the north, yeah.
You see a more open passageway. You can tell there's not a door there, but you can't really see much
Okay.
further.
Cool enough.
Alright. So, Splunk, what are you doing now? There's this glowing embodiment of a god who just came and just irradiated everyone around.
She's a cool ass bitch.
That was the 6 damage you took.
It was like totally fucking delayed. So I'm gonna get around my bad bitch right here. And I'm gonna go a little bit around.
Alright.
And I'm gonna hit this bitch that just didn't even totally crumble to his knees like he should have and dissipated. So I'm gonna hit him with my spiky dildo.
Alright.
Spiky dildo.
Unfortunately, you're still distracted by the glowing woman, and your attack. You're making sure you don't hit her. So your
No, like,
first one kind of goes wide.
that highlighter that she used to cut her cheeks was just totally blinding. And I was totally admiring it, and then my dildo slipped out of my hand.
No, you got one more attack. You can try again.
Alright, dildo.
That one hit. Alright, so now roll damage.
Oh yeah, this.
That's enough. He was barely standing there, so that was enough to just kind of smash him down, and he just crumples. Like whatever was holding him there, you didn't even feel resistance as you smashed him down.
Good.
But now you have your bonus action. You can spend a key point if you want to punch the dude twice, or you can just punch the dude once, or you can disengage.
that batch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it alone.
Alright, so you just want to run away from him?
Yeah.
Alright, so you used 3 squares of movement. You still got another 5.
I'm gonna acrobat around this bitch, my main bitch, and then go over here next to Nasty Becky. She's gonna be what's called a meat shield.
Alright, no, you don't need acrobatics. They're perfectly willing to move out of the way for you. But if you want to put a flare, you're perfectly...
Yeah.
Okay. How much of a flare are you putting on?
Do I roll for a flare?
Acrobatics, yes.
Not much. Enough to tease, but not enough to show off.
So anyone, who professional judge would tell you that was very poor and not great, but it was still an impressive maneuver. You still pull it off. It was just one of those at the Olympics. Yeah, you would have gotten a 7. It was impressive, but
I don't agree.
But you are capable of much more impressive shit. Just wait. All right, now it is back to Becky.
Stab him.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. And that'll do it. So your short sword again finds exactly where it needs to go. You're just hitting the heart every time, and the dagger comes in and just snaps the spinal cord closer to mid torso, and he just kind of crumples in 2.
Good.
And you all are now free to move around, at least for a short while. So you're going up there. All right, hold up. You can go up there. Are you all? How are you moving around the space? Just kind of like clomp, 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 clomp.
I'm like on my tiptoes.
All right, roll stealth for me. And hold on. Perfect. So the way I'm rolling this natural 20 isn't like supernatural, but 27 and a natural 20, you're pretty goddamn quiet. You two are having trouble hearing him. Hold up right there,
I'm
because
missing
you're
something?
moving too quick for me. What's up?
Sorry.
What's up?
I've only got myself and one other character on the screen. Where did
He went off through the northern exit.
Oh, okay.
You saw him just kind of run off, but it was extremely quiet. Like you didn't hear him hear her make noise as she darted through the northern exit and just kind of vanished. You didn't hear anything as she rounded the corner. To the south, you see a door. Give me 1 second. And that door is locked. It is a fairly sturdy wooden door. Definitely another dwarven craft, but since it's inside of the keep, it didn't need to be quite as durable.
Okay.
Otherwise, there was that archway, and if everyone gives me a perception check. Or everyone who's in the room.
Still in the main room, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I see all.
I'm like looking at my nails to see if I did any damage, because like the nails are the moneymaker, you know?
I can see through the very depths of your soul.
So you notice that the murals definitely paint a picture of a band of heroes, heroes that had many adventures. You can see because although they're what looked like a crowd of scenes or a crowd of people, you can tell are now individual scenes on the wall of the same band of heroes, the same 4 or 5 different color-coded heroes, and it's, maybe 30 per wall, and it looks gorgeous.
I greatly dislike this mule. It makes me feel as though it has put my pants down and it's taunting me.
Saw that.
Same.
Alright. But yeah, and you would see it as he pointed it out, but to you it just looked like a crowd for the longest time. But yeah, obviously you see the door, and it looks extremely well crafted.
Well, perhaps we should go and find Becky before she gets herself into greater trouble.
And Becky, you see, give me 1 second.
Totes are great. Becky is just gonna die alone. And even though I would want that, I don't want that, like, whenever I go to, like, heaven or hell or whatever.
Oh, perfect. So, it's another wooden door, even sturdier than the one they found. You wouldn't know that, but it's kind of iron working around the edges and banding across. And then as you go in, although it's, just a key that would normally be necessary, you just kind of knock it right off. And give me 1 second. Make sure I know what's in here. Okay. So as you come in here, give me a stealth check.
I'm just kind of peeking in. I just wanted to see, like, right in the room.
So again, as you peek in, you notice the same kind of scenario, that this room just looks extremely old and almost beyond the point. Like, you would normally, the way they were describing this place, it's, recently had a lot of undead activity, and it's been very minor with bands of maybe 4 or 5 zombies as the initial strike is what someone's been heard. But this doesn't look like a recently acquired area. This looks far too old. There's too much dust. There's not even anything left rotten. And what you do notice, can I get a perception check? Never mind.
Becky, like, I'm in your mind now. Like, what are you fucking doing?
You're just kind of looking around. It's like how it repeated that when I changed tabs. You're looking around the room, and you can see the archway to the west and the north, and then just kind of around the corner, you just barely make out another door.
Okay. I want to come back here.
Alright.
I want to run down to the end of the hall.
Alright.
And come up here.
Alright.
Okay, it's the same room.
Give me 1 second. Make sure you don't see... Oh, there's that. Okay. So, can I get another perception check, please? That'll do it. So you see another little offshoot about here, kind of in the wall, where there's another tomb that has been picked clean, and again, it's the same kind of deal. The actual sarcophagus has been cracked open, and whatever body was in there is missing.
Interesting.
But give me an investigation if you're, I'm assuming, looking around. That'll do it. Oh, shit. You all had found something in the other tomb, and I didn't get a chance to tell you.
I am so full of anticipation that my genitals have sucked up into my body cavity.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Perfect. Alright. So, does everyone remember what they rolled on the D100? Oh, here, never mind. Yeah, so... Steve, you found a piece of crystal, almost about the size of your palm. It looks like it's a shard of something. Not quite sharp enough to make into a point, but it's kind of opalescent with purple and cream streaks running through it.
Stylish, sporty, economical.
Okay. Jacob, you found. You found a little bust of obviously a dwarven figure. How closely would you have looked at this little thing that you kind of picked up, or are you just kind of like feeling around? You're like, oh, palm-sized thing, pocket.
I would have like kind of looked at it, and if there was something that caught my eye, I would have taken like a closer look. But if it wasn't like super flashy, or if it wasn't super detailed, like if it just had like a couple of things on it, I wouldn't care. But if it had a lot of intricate detail to it, then I would be interested.
Okay. Give me an investigation or a history check. That's impressive, even with a negative one. So, as you look it over, you can tell that it is a very fine workmanship, because even though it is only about palm-sized, it looks incredibly lifelike, despite the fact that it's all one material, which is, as far as you can tell, what looks like to be polished, natural gold. So it's like a vein of gold that has been carved out and then carved into a perfect bust, and it is beautifully polished. However, the individual is one of the most ugly dwarves you've ever seen. And you have this really hard moment of like, oh my god, this is beautiful, but oh my god, this is fucking disgusting.
Gross.
So, would you have kept that? Do you think?
No, I'd have thrown it away.
Alright.
I would have picked it up.
Alright. If that was one of those like, oh, no, shiny.
No, she's fucking gross.
So.
It is so beautiful in its hideousness.
And then.
It's something that requires further investigation.
Oh. So, Courtney, you found a small bottle. Give me either an investigation, a nature, or an investigation or nature.
Neither.
Yeah, give me one of them. Oh, okay. As far as you can tell, there is a tiny person in this jar, but they are mummified, and they look like they're kind of like reaching up to the top, but the bottle itself is maybe, I don't know, about a quart, 2 quarts, and they even as they're stretched out, definitely would not have been able to make it to the top.
I just wanted to see what it would be if I did nature. I wanted to see.
Okay, we can say that you had enough time to look it over. Let me...
No. It's fine. I just wanted to see.
No, you're fine for now. Oh, actually, hold on. One sec.
Oh, you can see what dice it is at the top.
No, you're fine. So this is kind of like as you're looking, but so you can tell that the individual is winged, and you can see these what is kind of like the remnants of an insect wing. But like I was saying, even with the thing stretched out, it would not have even been able to reach the cork at the top, which you can tell is very firmly secured.
That's terrifying.
But Jacob, if you can give me another percentile. Damn.
Shit, son.
Don't go around and think that you know everything, because there's still some things that you don't know.
This is
That is the perfect. That's the first perfect 100 I've seen anybody roll since I've
Yeah.
been on Roll 20.
Kudos, dude. That is impressive. Oh no, my stream shut down. I think. Let
Yeah.
me check.
Sorry.
So very exciting. I think I'm going erect.
Nope, we're good. Cool. Stream's still going. So, you find somehow, and you would even think of this as kind of strange, as even though it's been plundered. Kind of behind some rubble in the back, you find this small urn, about yay big, maybe enough for a gallon of stuff, possibly. Very ornate. Stone with gold inlaid, and again some areas of that raw ore vein. Does appear to have a lid that is now firmly secured.
Can I open it?
Sure. Give me a strength check, or you can use your thieves' tools. That'll be enough. So you kind of work around the edge and find the secure points where you can kind of just loosen it and pop it off without breaking anything. As sturdy as it is, you can tell it's still old. And inside you see a grayish white powder substance.
Can I dump it out?
Sure, give me a D percentile and a religion roll.
D100?
Yeah, and a religion roll. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Does anyone know... Does anyone know Dwarven?
I didn't write down any of my languages.
I didn't write down any.
Oh, no, you definitely know Dwarven, because you are a dwarf.
Duh! That's my fucking name.
So, that might become relevant later. But, yeah, no, so you dump it out.
Irrelevant.
You don't notice anything weird, and you just kind of, like, spread it out in a sweeping fashion, just kind of over the tomb. And you can see there's still some inside, but whatever. Give me a perception.
Me?
Yeah. Cool. You see bits in that substance that were a bit bigger, about size of a dime to the size of a nickel. Just kind of flew and scattered. You can hear them kind of ringing around in the tomb.
Can I grab them?
Sure. Give me an investigation. See how many you find.
Yeah.
So you can't see where they went because you just saw you just heard a cacophony of noise. And you're like, whoa! But you managed to find about 4 or 5 of these little what you can now tell are bits of bone.
Interesting.
You've desecrated the remains of the dead. How delightful.
Yeah, which, by the way, Splunk and Dieter, you're free to move around if you'd like. So this is the moment that he was kind of like finding it and looking around. You hear this clatter of stuff from down the hall. And as you go down the hall, you again see very nice, smooth inside with this kind of ornate design run along the top. Very dwarven. It's not too low especially not for. Oh wait, hold on. That is. Oh yeah, no, that door's unlocked.
I'm just trying to figure out where the hell Jake is.
You see him across the room that you're in. There's a little archway, and then there's another little offshoot where there's another tomb that was open, and you see now this scattering of ash and bone pieces everywhere. Are you going inside the tomb, or are you just kind of like chilling around there?
I'm trying to figure out where the hell he is.
He is running away from you.
Where the hell am I now?
So that door, you put your thieves' tools in, wiggle it around, and you realize it's not locked. But as you go to open it, it goes, thump, and it's just not moving. It's just kind of stuck in place.
Oh, okay, there he is. Okay.
The best party coordination ever.
I know, right?
Anybody else wanting to go into the tomb, or are you all leaving it there?
Yeah, I want to.
Also, what are you doing with
Unlock it,
what are you doing now with the urn and lid?
Oh, I took it with me.
You just kind of like put it in a satchel, or are you just kind of
Yeah,
like walking
but-
around with your hands?
Oh wait, no. I'm gonna drop the urn before I left, and I'm gonna hold the 3 or whatever bones that I
Mhm.
have. And
So you just,
and
like-
I'm
You just kind of like moving around. You have like 4 or 5 of them.
yeah, I'm just moving them around in my hand.
All right. So, did you just kind of like drop the urn, and when you went down to look for it, like not even caring about it?
Yeah.
Okay. One sec.
You.
So you definitely heard a crack. Not really sure if it was the urn or the ground, but you heard this cracking noise. But when you look back, it was still intact. But you all hear this smattering of bones, and then this loud crash, and then you kind of see him moving, or see her just kind of like moving some little bits of white in his hand, her hand.
You realize you're running your fingers through a dead person.
Yeah.
And now you've come upon another door, not quite as sturdy as the one that you unlocked, but another, nice, well-made, thick dwarven door.
Well, shall we go in?
It is stuck.
Yeah. It's what?
It is stuck. You use your thieves' tools. It wasn't even locked, but when you tried to open it, it just kind of thump, and then your full body went against it, and it didn't move.
Can I drop kick the door?
Sure. Give me a strength check.
Wouldn't it be an acrobatic?
That's dexterity. So you could do that to a line, but it's gonna be not a strength save. Strength check.
What?
Just click on the actual stat. Perfect. So you run in and you hit it just at the right underneath the hinge, and it just pops straight off. And you see, hold on one sec. Yeah, so you see another hallway. Again, it's just an interior hallway going across. Just again, more of that same ornate design. And then when you get to that door, one second, and then you see another hallway going down there. Give me a perception or an investigation check.
I'm down there too. I need to do
Yeah.
that.
Yes, please. So it is just a dead end. It just kind of ends right there. You see a nice, what could have been maybe the remains of a closet. You don't know because there's not really a door frame left. Could have rotted away, but this is just kind of a little extension hallway.
Can I start looking at investigating the walls and try and feel to see if there's some kind of like push rock or secret lever or something to open something up?
Sure. Can everyone give me a stealth check?
No.
Boom.
I'm invisible.
You were like, you were like full assassin mode right now. You're like, alright, there's shit in here. I've already been hit once. I'm done. I'm not getting hit anymore. Alright, I need a stealth roll from Splunk. Alright, so Splunk and Becky are definitely keeping on their toes. But I'm assuming that you're just kind of doing the elven thing where you're, no, you don't understand. You're a lesser race. You need to understand that I'm better than you.
Yes, precisely.
Alright. I want everyone... yeah, no, you should be fine for right now. Enough of you succeeded. Both of you two are going like, shh, there's probably more shit here. No, but you don't understand. Like, you need to know. But you see another door at the end of that hallway, but otherwise that's a dead end. Unless you all would
Simply
like to...
cannot be helped if all of you people are just simply lesser than me or beneath me. It can't be helped.
Oh my god. Wait.
You're just gonna leave that door behind?
I thought you said there wasn't a door.
No, I said there's a door at the end of the hallway over here.
This one?
No, hold on. At the end of this thing down here, that's a dead end. At the other one, the very short one that could, like, along the straight path, there's a door right there. It's just another wooden door.
Right here?
Yes, give me 1 second. Make sure I'm on the right one. But I'm gonna need a, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna need another perception check. Okay.
From everyone?
Anyone who's anyone who's in that little short hallway. Okay. Okay.
Fuck.
So
I see everything.
Becky is not paying attention, does not see it, but both Splunk and Dieter look up and see this just bundle of rocks that are kind of hanging above the ceiling, just kind of moving back and forth.
Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you.
Bless you.
My God, who are you trying to impress?
It's like that every single time.
Oh my god.
So we see a large cache of rocks hanging over our heads,
Yeah.
swinging back and forth, dark and pendulous like the testicles of a giant.
And as you are kind of like feeling around the door, as you can tell, like as you kind of touch the door, because it's not locked, the rocks kind of they jostle a bit as you touch the door.
Can we see what the rock? Do we see like the rope that the rocks are hanging from?
No, it's one of those. There's supposed to be a panel there, but just with how decrepit the whole area is, whatever rock panel was there, you can now tell is like scattered at your feet, and you can see that the rocks are there, but they're supposed to fill the entire space and leave nowhere to move.
Hmm.
But otherwise, you can just, I mean,
Well, I can thaumaturgy this. If it's not locked, I can thaumaturgy the door open. But with all these rocks coming down, I don't think that we're going to be able to climb over to do anything about it. And I don't really have any spells that. would
oh no,
keep the rocks
by the way, the
from-
rocks are right above where you are. Like they're gonna fall on
Oh.
you. Like all three of you.
Well, now I am going back here, darling. I don't mind getting stoned, but not exactly in this way.
So
I want to go through the.
are you
Yeah.
just like pushing the door open, or are you like
Yeah.
just going? Okay.
Again,
So
if
I want
mess
you to
with-
give me a dexterity save, which you should pass with flying colors. You're fine. So you open the door, and you unleash just a torrent of rocks, and you just kind of like manage to move in as that's happening at like the correct speed, because you're like, oh well, yeah, I can time that. And you manage to move on through without getting hit, and they just kind of scatter everywhere. Not even difficult terrain for the rest of you guys.
oh, okay.
And as
Well,
you
the way
come
you were
in,
making it sound, if the rocks fell, it was going to basically block off this entire corridor.
no. There was a lot of very large, maybe head-sized rocks. Like it would have done a
Oh.
lot of damage, but it wouldn't have blocked everything. It was just you could tell like it was
I'm-
there was no way to
I'm thinking,
move.
You know, more, I'm thinking more, rocks like, this damn big around. Bigger than my head.
Right. No, and I mean, bigger, about this big. Enough that it's not going to bury you, but it's enough that, like, you're going to be bruised and hurting. But as you come into this room, I want everyone to give me another stealth check. Alright. Now things are getting interesting.
I entered the room during the dance, the great dance of Hilda.
So, as you enter the room, yeah. No, you're just kind of like, you know what, God damn it, I'm going to show you how goddamn great I am. And you start going into the full song and dance and not even a care in the world that you're in the middle of keep.
This is the part of Sprocket's very dance.
So, but as you come into there, I want everyone to give me a perception check.
Perception.
And
As usual, I see everything.
Oh, right. Cleric, wisdom, gotcha. Makes sense now.
There is nothing that escapes my eye.
So, you hear... Actually, let me double check to see how well they're doing it. They're not. You hear the clanging of metal in the... just kind of like rhythmic. This is what you're hearing, Splunk, just like this rhythmic chung 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 chung. But you specifically, Dieter, can tell that that's armor. Whoever's coming at you is in like must be like a full mail similar to yours. Which, by the way, you actually should be rolling with this. No, because you don't have mail. You have leather, don't you? Are you dexterity or are you strength? I forget. Like, which one of those is your main?
Well, my higher one is strength. As far as armor is concerned, you've got me with half plate and a shield.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're the tanky. So yeah, it's similar to yours, but yours doesn't have the chainmail underneath. It's kind of
Right.
like leather underneath. So yours is you can still be sneaky, but this is the full like
I wear
chainmail
simply
plate.
breastplate, darling.
Yeah, but this is the whoever's in this in like big stocky armor, and they're coming up the hallway, and you can tell that they're not that far away.
Someone is coming, Liebchens. The very honor.
And I mean, you have maybe 20-30 seconds before they're on you.
We have maybe 20 or 30 seconds before they are on us.
What hallway are they coming down?
You can tell that they're coming from this way.
Was I supposed to see something?
Totally didn't see anything. This one?
This one. From this direction. You're not sure which door they're coming down.
I'm not seeing your pop. Is it?
Oh, hold
this
on,
one?
hold on. Ta-da!
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Apparently have to be on the right layer, because Roll20 is weird. Sorry. Still
I'm
learning
gonna
this shit.
I'm gonna go like this for like a surprise. So I'm just like out of the way.
So you're like waiting. What are you gonna attack with? Your fist or your
My dildo.
dildo? Okay.
Ooh. That makes me so
Spiky.
good.
Dilto. Tilto.
Okay. Give me one
How
second.
avant-garde. I'm so
Yeah.
excited I'm beginning to grow erect.
With the tiny crystal.
No,
Yes,
I mean
have that.
it's a bit wider than his hand.
Okay, you know what? Too visual. Thank you.
I'm just saying. You called the size into question. I had to. But give me 1 second to clear this real quick.
Please do not call the size into question. It's very middle class.
I mean, like they say, it's not the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean.
Splunk, my dear, you are a running sore. Running from yourself, and yet your scab heals us all.
Alright.
Und ja?
Ready? Make sure that.
Doing German is really hard in like the Hell Girl voice. Und ja?
Yeah,
And ja?
yeah, for sure.
So, by the way, this door, just to let you know, is a big iron door. Very well crafted. You can see that it's very rusted around the edges, and the stone is actually shaped in such a way that it's kind of wrapped around it. You're not sure whether it's supposed to go in into the hallway or into the room you're in. And then this one down here is another wooden door. Again, with not this more simple one without the iron around the edges. But okay, so you have Splunk getting ready to smack him with a dildo. You have Dieter. What were you doing again? Ready to. Were you ready to cast a spell?
I'm standing at this particular place in my full resplendence because they already know that I am here.
Okay.
And if they do decide to come and attack, then I should smite them with one of my powerful radiant spells.
Okay, so you're readying a spell.
Yes, I am
Okay.
readying my... Let's see, which spell am I using? Just a moment. Un momento, por favor. I believe that I shall use my Sacred Flame,
Okay.
because it's so fun.
Oh yeah, get it and stop. I'm gonna be like over here.
And then I need. What are you doing, Becky?
I'm actually just gonna sit down over here.
Are you? So you're just sitting?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, can
Are
everyone
we
roll
in-
initiative?
Are we... I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Sorry.
Are we in an attack right now, or can I, like, cast a spell as a free thing right now that's not going to be part of combat?
What's the casting time on the spell?
It's one action. It's going to be a guidance spell. I was going to cast it on Splunk.
Okay, just so yeah, that'll be fine. You'll have time to
Okay.
do that, and then get ready to do Sacred Flame.
Okay, so Splunk, you are getting a guidance that's going to give you a 1d4 to an ability check of your choice.
Ooh.
Does that count for
And
attacks?
no, it's going to be anything that would require an ability check.
Okay, so a save or a skill check.
Right.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So
But
you.
I figure if she's planning on doing like her acrobatic shit or something like that when she goes to do her attack, then it'll give her an additional die 4.
Okay.
And that'll
So
last for 1 minute as long as is a concentration spell.
okay. So you see. You see Dieter kind of extend his hand, and you feel this energy and light kind of shimmer off of him, and as it envelops your body, you feel both kind of invigorated, a bit more awake, a bit more aware, and also as if your body's kind of following this motion that you didn't realize before that was a bit more rhythmic, and you kind of get into a bit of a groove. As
It's like the motion of the ocean, darling.
as Becky goes and just kind of sits cross-legged, kind of fucking really. All right.
Just ride the day.
And then I want everyone to roll initiative.
I can't.
Then I can give
I'm
you an
trying not to die.
I can give you an automatic 1. That's the best I can do.
Hold on. Okay.
He's too busy playing with his pussy. And apparently I'm too busy watching him play with his pussy.
I mean, I guess it's kind of appropriate that you and go at the same. I mean,
Fascinating.
it makes sense. Can I, please?
No.
Well then. It's fine. This is gonna be fun. So. Oh my god. Come on. Roll20, work with me. There you go. Alright, so. They are going, you hear the running pitter-patter of very large feet. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And then these guys gonna probably get to about there. And the first guy is going to attempt to open the door, and you hear this clang as just this heavy metal hits the door, and it kind of booms, and you see, a bunch of rocks and dust kind of get kicked down, but it doesn't give just yet as it tries to come in. And it is now Splunk's turn. Or you can hold if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off.
All right.
Because, I don't know what is coming, but it's fucking fast.
That's fine. All right, so we're gonna go to Dieter.
So the door is still closed here? Is that the thing? So there's
Yes.
not really anything I can do except for hold attack until they get here.
Right. So that hit was, you could tell that it was heavy. That the thing on the other side definitely had weight, but it was not the right place. It wasn't the right speed. Whatever. It didn't really move the door at all. All right. And then we have Becky.
Actually, hang on.
Okay.
If you guys want, I could pop a thaumaturgy to try to bust the door open.
No.
Make them do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they get hurt.
All right. So you're just holding for now.
Holding for now.
All right.
Yeah.
Becky, same.
Yeah.
All right. So you hear more clanging. Let's see. They have a
Clang, clang, clang goes the trolley.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Here's some more clanging. Comes down to here. Move to there. Can everyone give me another perception check at disadvantage? Disadvantage. You should have the toggles at the top of your sheet.
I see it.
It's still a 12. It is impressive how consistent your rolling is on this program.
Like that?
Alright,
Yeah,
so...
vis-a-vis me always rolling a 12 when I'm playing Fook for initiative.
Right? Like, that's your initiative.
Every
Stay.
fucking time.
It is...
Every fucking time.
It is. What's crazy is when you don't have your token selected, you roll a 12. You select your token, roll a 12. You're like, oh, alright, cool. I guess it's a 12.
I always get 12s for initiative. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think last night there was one initiative that I got a 16 on.
Which is pretty damn good for
Bizarre.
Fook. I think it's more of just Fook's just getting to the point where he's just so detached, where he's just like, fucking...
I just chalk it up to the fact that I'm still not quite accustomed to the gravity of that planet.
That too. I could see it. That could be the reason for his exacerbation. Just like, mother, I'm just...
So sick of this fucking world.
Yeah. So yeah, none of you really heard it. You just heard more clanging. However, you're gonna hear one. All right. So you hear this just mighty crash, and it was like that first one just wasn't the right spot, and then the metal door just kind of caves in. Can I have a dex check or dex save from Dieter?
Oh, of course a dex save from Dieter.
Not at disadvantage. So
Not
17
Oh,
is
17. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
17's
Cool.
fine. So you sidestep as the door kind of like comes into your spot. It doesn't completely fill your little area, but it kind of rests at one of your feet that you had to lift up real quick and jump to the side. and it's about halfway into that little 5-foot square. And on the other side, you now see these two large sets of armor, kind of standing one right in front of the other. That everyone, give me a quick perception check. Not at disadvantage, so I'm going to say the 17. So. So you didn't see, mainly because you're kind of around the door. You just, see some gauntlets and just looks like half plate.
Just make it sound better than what I rolled. That's okay.
Not yet. You can't move. It's not your turn.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Stop!
Almost your turn.
Becky. Your ass is just so big, you swung it over and moved.
But you see that you can both tell that there's no one in that armor. There's no person that you can see on the other side. But with that, if anybody has a held action, because this guy's going to be about here, he's going to try and come in. So if you want to attack him real quick, you can.
Well, I think everybody held action, so we want to go ahead and just do it in order.
Yeah, so just do it in initiative order, and between Dieter and Becky, I guess just do a dex check to see who goes first.
I'll let Becky go first.
Okay. I don't know. She seems to be sitting down and kind of hesitating.
All right.
You have a chance. No.
Damn.
So, my turn.
So you're kind of like, no, I should let her, because if I jump now, she's going to be faster. We're going to end up hitting at the same time. So yeah, so you get your first hit.
Totes. Boop. Ugh.
That's not enough, and you kind of swing around. Actually, I'm going to say with advantage since he wasn't expecting you to be there.
So do it again.
Roll one more time.
What do I hit?
The same thing. Or that.
Yeah.
Still doesn't. As you swing it around, you're suddenly struck by just how sturdy this armor is, despite the fact that there's no one in there. And it just clangs off of the midsection, and you can kind of see it kind of stop mid-charge, and it's not going anywhere anymore, but you didn't feel like it did any damage to him. It just kind of like bounced right off, deflected. But he's not going anywhere, and in fact he's gonna try and come in here. Let's see if he can actually do that. Why not? I didn't fix all these. I'm sorry. Bring champ to family. But he manages to kind of like worm his way around the guy as they just kind of like move past. And then these guys. So these guys are going to try and make an attack against Splunk, because ow.
I fucking deserve that.
Does that hit you? 14?
Where do I see that?
Text.
It'll be
The
your armor
text chat.
class. Right next to your initiative.
Yes. Also, if
17.
you click on your token, the one in the blue circle is your AC.
No. You're talking about the slam, right?
Yeah, no, I know that doesn't. Okay, so that doesn't hit you.
No.
He's going to try again. Got two big old fists. How about that? So you take a big old 4 damage.
What's this thing?
So, as this hand kind of comes down, it's just it feels like those bar fights you've been in, but just somehow, just more refined. That's about the only difference. But it's the same about as taking a punch across the face. The other one's gonna try and do the same thing because you're the only thing near him. But he doesn't manage to hit you as the other guy connect. And then these guys down here, you hear another crash against that door. But they are able to kind of bust straight through there. And you see the wooden door splinter into just splinters, for lack of a better term. But now you and Dieter and Becky, you can do your held actions if you had any.
Okay. Becky, you want to go ahead and hit yours first?
So from your sitting position, you just kind of like toss it. Which one are you tossing at?
This guy.
All right. So right as that, it just kind of like busts, and you're not even standing up, or you're not even gonna stand up for this, and all the splinters just kind of fly by. You just kind of like whip a dagger and hit directly, kind of in this locking joint in the head. Can I get a damage on that? 6. That's. So that was just a thunk, and you can tell like it had trouble, but it kind of like knocks it loose, and you hear it clanging around inside. But you can definitely tell you left a nice big old gash at the back side of that armor.
Nice. And I'll get up right after if I can.
Alright, so I can say that you can do that real quick too, but you can't go anywhere.
No, alright, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. So he's running to there, but he can't quite get to you. 1, 2. This guy's gonna rub, and he's gonna try and hit Dieter, but you get your action first. So I'll say that he gets to about here before you do anything.
Okay. I assume that I can tell that this guy's making a beeline towards me.
Yeah, so he kind of comes in, and then you see it move towards you and look, and it's starting to move towards you. Okay?
Sacred Flame, DC 15 Dexterity.
See if you can do that. Nope. So
No,
he takes 14. Alright. So that's 20, and that's... Boom. So you just kind of wrench it, and where does your Sacred Flame come from?
I'm going to say I just point my hand at him.
Okay, so as you point your hand at him, you kind of see the bits of his metal kind of heat up for a moment. As they're about to get white hot, you just kind of see it almost erupt out of him and as it's being siphoned towards you, as this light just kind of erupts. And he maybe would have dodged it had he moved out of the way, but you just kind of like wrenched light out of him real quick, and he kind of like stumbles forward. It was a nice meaty hit, and you can kind of see some of his armor is melting away. Not necessarily enough to be an issue moving around, but that was a nice hit on him.
Cool. I don't know if you were wanting us to be able to see the health bars on him, but I'm not seeing any health bars on it.
No? Okay, 1 second then. I forget that if you copy paste.
I can see it on the 1 now. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget that if you copy paste with a setting that you don't want, they all have the setting you don't want.
Yeah.
Because consistency.
Okay, and as my move action, I'm going to move about here.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say you're definitely able to do that and kind of back up, maybe like half speed before he's running in there.
Okay.
Which that's plenty of space. So, but he kind of like runs up and stumbles forward to about here. Maybe about there. And now we are back to Splunk.
Okay. So, I'm gonna hit this bitch.
Alright, the one right in front of you.
No, I move.
Alright, so you're using your bonus action to disengage? Do you want to attack after this?
Yes.
Then yes, you're using your bonus action to disengage.
No, I'll hit the one that was right in front of me. I don't want to use my bonus action yet.
Okay. Are you punching? You using your club?
Punch.
Punch? Okay. Nice.
Ooh, you go,
So-
girl.
So, what is your preferred method? Are you just gonna like slinging? Because the club, I will say, is big enough that although you need to swing it with two hands, you can rest it with one hand and still punch. But you couldn't like punch both unless you put it down or.
So I'm gonna take. So I have the thing, but then I use my acrobatic skill and I swing around and I kick him in the face.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check. I'm gonna say that's good enough to hit him, but you kind of like hit a rock the wrong way, and it wasn't enough to knock you off, but you're gonna be able to get your attack off on the guy in front of you, but you couldn't get like an extra attack on the other dude because that like just as you were about to go for it, it shifted, so you just decided to commit to the attack on the guy in front of you.
Just fine.
But you get roll damage for me. Good. One right in front of you.
There are lots of things.
So
Okay.
that's good. Alright, so you still get one more normal attack, and then you get
Okay,
your
hit him
bone.
again.
Okay, go for another one.
Hit that bitch again.
Nice. Alright, one more. Nice.
God damn.
So as you go in and you just do this nice double kick, kind of on his chest, using your club to springboard off, you can see he's kind of like stepping back, and you're kind of caving in the front of his armor. It's kind of bent maybe 2 or 3 inches the other way. It's very sturdy armor, and it's very impressive that you can do that with like no, like you're not even wearing boots. You're just kind of, it's just nice shoes, and you're smashing the crap out of this guy. But you got
Can my bonus action be disengage?
sure. I will say if you don't want to get another attack of opportunity, you're gonna have to move kind of back and away from these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
over this way before you can move.
right
around.
here.
Cool. Yeah, you can disengage.
Done.
All right, now it is Dieter's turn.
Or it's my turn because I got
Oh, yeah.
hired.
Yeah,
right.
since then
Yeah,
let's,
go ahead and give it to Becky.
there you go. So we'll say is
Stab.
okay. So your short sword finds purchase. The dagger, unfortunately, just with how you're trying to twisting it, just can't. It hits the armor and just slides along one of the seams. But your short sword manages to puncture it. Again, nice back, kind of where the head would normally be, but now you're like back of the inside of the back plate.
Okay, I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
I did 9 damage with that sword.
Yep. It's a nice hit.
Fuck off.
All right. And now we're at Dieter.
Got him.
Dieter.
Think should have picked some area effect spells. Not that one. No, oh shit, that's a touch spell. Fuck that. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Searing Blast the one that I attacked before.
Okay, so that this guy right here, kind of at the tip of the spear.
Or Sacred Flame, rather, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Sacred Flame. Okay. So that's another dex save.
Yeah.
He makes that
Oh,
one.
shit.
So that one,
Dang.
it was heating up the same spot, and he just kind of like stepped out of the way right as it exploded, and just kind of like locks eyes with you in one of those like, I know what you're doing, motherfucker. But
Now, normally he would take half damage, but I'm assuming since he critted on his dex save that he's not going to take anything.
Oh no, he still takes some. If it's he's not.
Okay, it'll just be 7 points then.
Yeah. So I mean, as he moves away, it still clips him because he can't, move out of the way enough to not get hit. But he kind of like locks eyes with you and takes the hit, or he would lock eyes if he had eyes. All right, but now it is.
Okay, I will go ahead and move again.
Okay.
Back this way.
So, all right. So these guys are gonna start pouring into the room. 1, 2, 3. All right. So run there.
And since he's probably going to be able to come up on me, I'm going to go ahead and ready my mace.
Okay. Give me a. Give me either a dex save or a constitution save.
I'll go with Constitution. Fuck me.
So, you're going to be able to swing as a reaction if you choose to, if he enters your 5-foot space, but it's going to be at disadvantage just from kind of not hitting their foot right and just you weren't expecting this stitch right now, but...
Okay, fair enough.
And then, let's see, these guys are going to run up to here, and also run up here. This guy's going to run at you. This guy's going to run here. So you are going to get your attack if you choose right now.
Yeah.
At a disadvantage.
No, smack him.
If you would like to, give me a Constitution save or a Dex save.
Oh.
Oh,
I
very
think I
nice.
hit him with a 20.
So yeah,
Disadvantage.
even with the so we're gonna do Dieter and then we're gonna do Becky. Nice. So even with the intense pain in your side with the stitch you weren't expecting right now, you just kind of and then use that pain as momentum to kind of swing it real quick and get a nice hit on the other side where you haven't been hitting it. So it's kind of like just the thin metal that's left. And
works for me.
he kind of like he's already bent now. Like you've since you weakened one side, you've actually bent the other side. I mean, any attack he's gonna try, it's gonna be at disadvantage because pain.
Bless you.
So, but he's still gonna try and do his slam at you. Yeah. And ooh, all right. Alright, so as he comes in and he tries to double hand fist, the second one just kind of wrenches his armor just with his already spent and he kind of twists. So now he's not down, but that bit of armor on his left side has completely twisted around and he is now like head in his thighs facing backwards with how twisted his torso is.
I don't suppose that'd give me a chance at a second hit on him with.
No, but you will get advantage when you attack him next round.
Far out.
Alright, so we're going to do, Becky, you get your attack on him. Your dexterity saving throw is good enough to get your dagger off, not necessarily your short sword. Your short sword at disadvantage. Okay, that's good. So, as he comes in, it's not an extremely powerful hit in terms of stopping power, but you just kind of run up real quick and do a quick jab at his shoulder, kind of weakening more of those bonds. And you notice that like there has to be armor connecting armor for these things to move, and the more of it you remove, the less freedom of movement they have. And you were just kind of able to run up and poke it real quick before it smacked you.
Interesting. Okay.
And then he's going to take another couple hits. Oh, he's not at disadvantage, so ignore those.
Damn.
There's one. So one good hit, and then he has a second. So it's just a nice 1-2, just wide hit. It 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 definitely feels much stronger than you would expect an empty piece of armor to hit, but it doesn't feel necessarily any stronger than just a good fighter. But it definitely hits you really hard, kind of in the ribs and in the stomach.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go against Splunk, since now she is sitting.
Yeah.
Alright, so first one tries to hit you.
That one?
Yeah.
The last one?
So this guy's trying to hit you.
Yeah.
Did the 16 hit you?
No.
So he's gonna try again. How about a 12?
No.
No? Okay. Then his friend is gonna run up and try and do the same thing.
Fuck.
Alright, so. And then one more guy.
Fuck.
What is with the okay. Again, same thing. It just. This guy right here, so it's total 10. He just kind of runs up and just, again, underhand combo. It's not necessarily well coordinated or anything like that you're used to, but it definitely feels like a street fight, just 1-2 punch. And I guess I'll do your health real quick. There you go. You're fine. Like, you're like, ow, ow. I've been hit much, much harder than this, but still, ow. And it is now your turn to respond.
Fucking hit this bitch right here.
Alright.
This bitch is
So,
getting hit with
not-
this shit.
So, okay. Now, since that's a critical, I'm going to ask, do you want that to go to the one that hit you or the one that you damaged? Because they're two different people.
Oh no, the one that hit me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Then, yeah.
The one that
So,
hit me.
now roll damage on that.
Uh-huh.
Actually, okay. So, we're going to add one more point to that. So, it's 16.
Okay.
No, actually, that's perfect. So, that's 15, because I rolled correctly. I forgot to do this, but the crit I'm going to do is the same as Ruse, where you get max damage on the critical die. So. But you rolled, so you did 15. You just wham, center of the chest, and you see the whole thing just kind of cave in where your fist was. You maybe don't necessarily... Actually, give me a wisdom check, just a basic wisdom check. So just click on your wisdom stat.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you definitely... So it's kind of finally clicked together that all that teaching you had at the dojo, your fists are magic now. Like 100%. Like, it finally clicked. You're like, oh, I am the one. Like, you punched into the armor and you feel it pulse with energy, and it's just like this dent in the armor now. You still have at least 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he dead?
No.
I'm gonna hit him again. How dead is he? I'm gonna hit that bitch again. Bitch is going down.
Alright, roll damage. Very nice.
Fine. Whatever.
You can still use your bonus action to attack. You can use your bonus action to get 2 attacks if you use your key point.
That one.
Alright, so do you see where it says key point on your...
No.
Look at your character sheet?
No.
It's one of the little boxes on the right.
Like K-I?
K-I, key, yes.
Oh, I was looking for the
Yeah.
other one.
If you hover over the number, you should see little arrows, and you can click down to say you used 1. And you get 2 unarmed attacks.
What the fuck? Oh. This one.
Yeah.
Boom.
So you get... Nice! Alright.
Mm.
Boom!
So,
Damn,
Boom!
dude.
That's a dynamite!
alright.
Dead!
So,
This
you just... So,
This bitch.
as he ran up and just kind of 1-2 punch, you're like, you know what? He hit me, you hit me, fuck you guys! And you just wailed on him the first strike, knocking in his armor, second strike at the same side, just kind of knocking him in, and then the third one, you just kind of overhand stomped him and crunched him like a soda can.
See, this is the way I was thinking about it. I go in between his legs,
Okay.
grab one of his legs, go up like this,
Right.
punch him in the face,
Right.
and then throw him to the ground, and then just like elbow his face in.
And as a free action, Dieter observes this and says, Splunk, your presence intimidates me to the point of sexual humiliation. And I find that
All right. So yeah, no, he is completely destroyed. Give me an acrobatics real quick, with advantage.
It
and
doesn't
you
matter.
get die 4
'cause
to that because I get a guidance on you.
Oh yeah. So if you would like to use your D4, you may, but
Yeah.
you have advantage on it.
that one.
So use advantage and then see if you need the D4.
Boop.
Oh yeah, you can use
I
it
don't
to see
think
if
you
you want to
really
be
need it.
super impressive, but
No,
Okay.
I'm okay.
so yeah, no, you're able to like smash him, and then even as you smash him, you just kind of boom, and then stand straight back up, like what? And just kind of staring at the other guy.
Untia.
You have one more attack if you would like to use it.
Yeah, this
Okay.
bitch.
All right,
This bitch is gay lover.
all right.
Ready? Boom! Oh. Oh, wait,
It's-
wrong one. I have to re-roll. That didn't count. Boom!
So.
I don't care.
As impressive as that stance was, as you're kind of getting up, you kind of go in for like a really quick side kick, and he just kind of like it moves out of the way. All right, and now we are at Becky's turn. Unless you would like to move away and give him a chance to hit you.
Can I move away?
If you would like to give him a chance to
Yes.
hit you, okay.
Oh, wait.
He would
But
get
if I...
Hmm?
But if I stay there, he doesn't hit me?
right. So, this is an abstraction. Like you two are still kind of like hitting blows back and forth, or like engaging each other. But if you move away, he's gonna take that opportunity to kind of get a hit on you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. So yeah, now it is Becky's turn.
Stab, stab.
Stab, stab, stab.
No.
Unfortunately, both of you you can tell the armor is very sturdy, and you're just kind of glancing right off of it. The second one, not as much. You just kind of glance underneath as he was in mid-dodge. But, no, you didn't find any purchase.
Disengage.
Run away. Go for it. Just, nope, 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 nope. Alright, so that's your movement. Alright, so now we're at Dieter.
Oh, I think I'm just going to go ahead and mace this son of a bitch.
Alright, there we have advantage.
I
Very
Not that I needed
nice.
it.
Alright, so how did you want to smash him to bits?
Basically an uppercut from the crotch up.
Alright. Very nice. That is plenty of damage. So as you just kind of like swing it around, you just, again, kind of crumple him up. You somehow managed to compress him even more. And he just kind of like wraps around himself, welds shut, and falls to the ground. Just kind of like arms out, head in crotch, legs sticking straight up.
Righteous. And let's see. Well, not really a whole lot of point in moving. And I don't think I have a whole heck of a lot going on. Oh, wait a second. I think this one might. As a bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word
Okay.
to get Becky up a few points.
Alrighty.
Aw, thanks.
And how does your healing word? Is it just kind of like a power word, just you say one word, or is it like a phrase?
Haven't really thought about that. See if I've got some interesting quotes here. Let's see. I find your wounds excruciatingly banal and tiresome.
And with that, you just kind of feel this, not necessarily overly intense, but a very strong itchy sensation as all of your wounds kind of heal together real quick. but it's followed very quickly by a soothing, comforting, almost warm, motherly feel as it kind of wraps around you. Not quite enough to get every nick and scratch, but the bulk of that pain's gone.
If you wish, you may feel free to wet yourself. I don't
What?
mind.
Ew.
So,
Ew. Ew. Ew.
oh, okay, excellent. Let's see if these guys are smart.
Well, they're kind of animated. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of intelligence to them.
No. No.
And with a -2, I'm guessing not.
No. So, they're going to attempt to open it. Can they... Yeah, but they're not smart. So, they're just gonna... Actually, hold on. Do that. It's not a 1. Okay. Not a 1. Awesome. They'll be there a while. So you just hear boof, boof. The large, even more impressive metal door on the northern end of the room is just boom, boom. You just hear this rhythmic beating against it now. As this guy's gonna go after Becky as well, because he's kind of locked onto you. Then we're gonna go against Splunk when Splunk is back at the table.
Squirt the shit out of my hand.
Don't do that.
Don't tell me I handle my life.
It's not against you yet. It's against Becky.
God damn it.
That was on a 1 for a half second. So again, the first punch is just kind of a bit wide. You manage to duck out of the way as the second one kind of comes up underneath and manages to hit you, not in the jaw. You manage to move away from that, but kind of square in the middle of your chest. Not a crazy amount of damage, but enough to kind of like push you back. And then the one's gonna try and get the double punch against Splunk. 16. I don't think that hits, right? One more. Another 6. Do you know how to do your HP? Change it.
Huh?
Do you know how to change your HP?
Oh.
You can just do it from your token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, same kind of thing. He kind of goes wide right, and as you go left, he kind of lifts the knee real quick and hits you in the thigh, kind of like
What a
knocks you off
bitch.
place.
What a fucking cunt.
But now it is your turn to retaliate.
This bitch. What's this? No, I don't want that one. Wait, do I want that one? No, I want this one.
Alright, so your first one, it kind of like moves backward as you kind of like push out an open palm.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go under his legs, trip, and go across the floor.
I would say as you kind of go down, you just kind of like hard land on your butt and kind of kick up real quick, and he moves. It's gonna take, I'm gonna say, half of your movement to stand up if you would like to. So you would have to stay in place. You can't go anywhere if you choose to disengage.
Okay.
But you can stand up and attack again if you would like.
Yeah, stand up.
Oh no, you could have moved to the other side of him and attacked. That's fine. But you can't move any further than that.
Yeah.
So
So I go under his legs, and I'm gonna try to hit him.
So this is as you stand up and kind of do your bonus attack to punch him in the back. You did manage to slide and go through, but you didn't manage to hit him as you went through. You just kind of went
No,
up around
I like
and punched
slid
him.
under him and then stood up and hit him.
Yeah, so roll damage on that one. Nice. I mean, it's a
It's gonna
good
take off
hit.
like that much. The itty bitty amount. Oh, okay. This medium amount. Medium.
I mean, you managed to hit him pretty square in the back, and you no, you hadn't punched this guy yet, right? Have you punched this guy? Yeah, you punched him. So yeah, you have a dent in the front and a dent in the back now.
Ow. Mhm.
Were you using a key point to get another punch, or are you just punching once?
I'm just gonna punch once.
All right. And
It's very early in the game. I don't want to use them all up.
It's all right. All right. So now it is Becky's turn to stab if she wishes. Actually, can you and Dieter give me a D20? Just a D20, no modifier.
Okay.
Close enough. I'm gonna say that you're flanking for this.
Jeez.
You like Dieter, you managed to turn around in time and are engaging with it enough that it can't fully concentrate on what's your face? Becky.
Okay. So can I
So you won't have advantage on the attack, but if you get one of the attacks, you can declare it a sneak attack.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So you get the
there it
critical
is.
sneak attack. And the actual damage from the sword.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just the extra damage you do.
Is he dead?
Oh, he's super
Thinking
dead.
yes.
So you've had just about enough of this dude coming after you. How are you beautifully executing this dude?
So I imagine like coming up from each side, and because it's armor that's like stuck together, right? Like by
So you know how full plate armor, there's not a single part of your body that's not touching some part of the armor. That's kind of how these things work. There's some kind of thing filling the armor, or seemingly filling the armor. And so it is a full shape with no spot where you can see in except the face, where you can obviously tell that there's no one in there.
I just want to cut off the arms and then slice the neck.
So I'll be plenty easy. Although this armor is magical itself, so is your sword, so it just slices through it like butter. You manage to just find the correct spot, and you just... And the thing just crumples. Like, there's not enough of it to keep whatever enchantment was going, and it just falls to the ground.
Awesome.
Alright, so you still have your movement and your bonus action.
Can my bonus action be another attack, right?
I don't know if you get that. I think... Do you have extra attack as a rogue?
I don't know.
Well, it should say on your sheet if you have extra attack.
Where would it say extra attack?
Under features on that column on the right.
Sneak attack, disguise kit. It doesn't say extra attack.
Okay, then no, you only get the one attack.
Okay. I'm just coming over here then.
Oh, cool. So you have this thing called Uncanny Dodge. I forgot to tell you about this.
Okay.
This is whenever an attacker you see makes an attack on you, you can use your reaction to halve the damage as you're trying to dodge out of the way. You can only do that once per round, but you can be like, nope, half damage.
I like it. Okay.
So, but yeah, so you're just kind of moving up there. Alright, so now it's Dieter.
Und detail. Oh, that was not German.
Actually, that was pretty close, kid. That was pretty close.
That's my Russian accent, so, you know, I'm doing something wrong.
It is surprisingly close as the German accent is to the Russian accent because they are very close neighbors.
Do they touch?
Almost.
Almost, not quite.
Poland's in the way.
They always are. I think, what do we got here? So he's gone. The only critter that's left is the one that's attacking Splunk.
Yep. Well, I mean, there's pounding at the door, but that's not here yet.
Well, I'm not going to worry about that until it gets here. I'm going to go ahead and Sacred Flame from behind the one that's attacking Splunk.
Alright, I'm gonna give it a wisdom. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, give me an Arcana roll. Not an advantage. Just, I mean, I guess, no, not an advantage because you're not Fook.
It doesn't matter. I'm not making it anyway.
Alright, well, okay. Then I'm gonna say that he's not at disadvantage from you being behind him because he kind of heard you muttering whatever incantation or the searing heat, and he kind of turned around, but Dex isn't his strong suit, so I'm sure he's not gonna make it anyway. I am wrong.
Oh, shit. Well, he's still going to take 6.
Yeah, no, he's still like, oh shit, and it just kind of like bursts in front of him, and you manage to like singe a bunch of the front as that same kind of like pulling effect you see, and then a burst of flame and a bunch of light.
And
I mean,
gonna
he's
go ahead and
hurting,
move over
but
here.
and then that's it.
And that's it.
All right, so I'm gonna. Yeah, okay, he's fine. He is gonna attempt to. He is gonna start trying to run for the guy who just tried to smack him with fire. So you're gonna get an attack of opportunity,
Cool.
Splunk. Because he's running away from you. He kind of turned around, just like jumped towards you, just barely missed getting singed, and then started running that way. So he's running away from you currently.
So can I go after him?
You can't move after him, but you can definitely make an attack.
Oh, throwing hammer.
Your mic is down, or
Yep.
they can't hear you.
Throwing hammer.
Okay, so you're just gonna toss a hammer as he's running away.
Yeah.
Damn.
Unfortunately, you weren't ready. And you're like, and then it just kind of like, clunk, 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 clunk. So it's now over here.
Damn. I don't have enough movement to go get it. Wait, do I?
It's the giant hammer. Okay.
I don't have enough movement. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You'll it'll be plenty in a moment. But now it is your turn. So now you can definitely chase after him.
Okay.
Or wait, as he was running, he was gonna make a couple attacks. Hold on, my mistake. He's gonna try and punch Dieter. Nope.
Nerp.
Nope. Does he fall down? No, he's fine. Again, it's just kind of a swing wide, swing just crazy wide as you just barely move out of the way, and just he even up until the moment that it looked like he was about to hit you, he just kind of like barely moved. So he put all his force behind it and kind of almost spun into place, caught himself.
So with that botch, am I going to get advantage on my next attack with him?
Give me a dex roll.
No.
I would say you were more enthralled with how well you dodged, and you just wanted to take that extra moment you had to just feel good about it, instead of going in for the attack like you should have.
I feel I may vent myself, and yet I am not aroused.
So, but definitely you can swing with that mace. He's spinning, just kind of like barely catching himself.
Most delicious.
So are you attacking or? Oh, yes, it's. Oh,
Am I getting an attack?
sorry, it's Splunk now. Now it's
Oh,
your
okay.
turn. Completely out of order. First one was
And
Was
your
just-
mic's down again, Courtney.
God damn it.
So your first one, you just kind of like moved and just barely missed at his hip, and the second one, again, you didn't even. You felt the cold of his armor, but you didn't actually get him.
Such bullshit. I'm gonna disengage and go get my hammer.
Alright. You'll get to about there. You aren't quite close enough to
Yeah, I'm gonna
to grab it, but you're kind of like reaching for it. Because you kind of like swung twice and then moved away before he was even really aware of your existence. He's like, oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and now
Where'd that tiny bitch go?
it's like, what the fuck? So now it is Becky's turn.
Dart to this guy.
Nope.
Oh my.
Just kind of swing and you hear it clatter around here.
Can I run up and then drop kick him?
Give me a...
That'd be an acrobatics, wouldn't it?
Yeah, give me an acrobatics. Perfect.
Oh!
Yes, give me
Right to the face.
give me
You
a
fucking crit, dude.
give me a strength roll. All right, that is enough. Give me
D12, right?
give me a D6 plus your strength.
No, that wasn't it. Hold on, I gotta fix it. What did you say? D6?
D6 plus your strength.
What is that?
Your
My
strength
strength of
modifier.
1.
Yeah, so that'd be 2 damage.
The plus 2. So D6 plus 2.
No, plus
Huh?
D6 plus 1.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
You said 2. Okay.
No, so that's 2 damage. You did 2 damage to him. You ran up and the 1 plus. Cause
What?
I'll give you this 7.
No. What do you say? Explain.
When I said, oh, that's 2, it's because you rolled a 1 plus your
Oh.
1 strength. I didn't mean plus 2.
Okay. No, I did too. That's fine.
It's all right.
I thought you were trying to get me to fix it.
Yeah, sorry, but I'll give you the 7. So you managed to come up and you just kind of like knock his head, his helmet off, and it clatters across on the other side. He's standing, but he's kind of like just barely moving around, and with the head gone, you can definitely tell it's hard for it to control itself. Give me another acrobatics. Alright, and you are able to just kind of appear on the other side of him as you kicked him off and just kind of kept moving. So, if you want to move away, you can, or I don't know what you do. Okay. And is that it?
Yep.
Alright. Oh, I forgot to do... There. Alright, Dieter. So this thing is now kind of at the... It's not quite convulsing, but that's about the closest thing to describe it. It's just kind of like shifting in place and barely holding itself up.
Mace it.
Alright, you got it. Alright, that'll be enough. Because you just gotta touch it at this point.
Pook.
Yeah. So, how are you swinging at it?
This time it's going to be an overhand swing, just crushing it to the ground.
Alright, so just bam, you just hit it and it just falls to the ground. Whatever was holding it together, it stops and all the different pieces just kind of scatter. Alright, so you all have a brief moment before that door at the top eventually comes down. We're going to pick this back up, but you all, let's say, have 30 seconds in-game. I'm going to take this moment for a bathroom break.
Okey doke.
Do we want to have this as a good
Take a
stopping
break.
point? We've done it for 4 hours roughly now.
Alright, you want us to call it quits here?
If that's okay with you guys.
Good stopping point. We just cleared
Yeah.
out this section.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just say that the next time you guys come in, it'll be as that door is being caved in, because they're just going to keep wailing on it until they get through.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Alright.
guys. It was good, man.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
A lot of fun.
I'm glad I can turn this into more than just go hit stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
Alright, but Catch you
Much
guys.
more fun with Dita and the Valley Girls.
So, question.
Let's go.
Did we want to do this every week? Or do we want to do it every other week?
I won't be here next week, and I probably won't be able to do it the week after.
Okay. So, depends on you all.
Saturday's
Are
booked.
we still doing Cosby?
Okay, we can do that instead. So, yes, we'll do that. So we'll just switch, alternate which ones every weekend. So next weekend
Oh,
we'll
okay.
do Cosby. I think what Angelo told me, he should be able to make it. 'Cause I
Wow.
think his on-call ends next Friday.
Okay. Well,
So.
I gotta go to the bathroom too, so I'll be online after this if you're playing or whatever.
Cool.
Okay, have fun.
Bye, guys.
Alright, later.
Bye.
See you later, man.
Thank you much.